to the stripe and to the green flag for the main event. Into turn one, Logan Schuchart enters low, drifts up to the cushion in turn two. Brent Marks and David Gravel side by side for second. Marks has it, and now Marks thinks about to the inside of the Speedway. Schuchart drifts up, Brent Marks to the inside out of turn four, but Logan Schuchart leads the opening lap. Brent Marks is right there with him. David Gravel running in the third spot. Craig Kinzer in fourth as they make their way through turns one and two. Craig Kinzer on the move in the 11K to the inside of David Gravel looking for third. Brent Marks to the very bottom in turn four. Can't do anything with race leader Logan Schuchart. Hunter Schurenberg in the top five in that 97G. Leader runs the cushion, second place on the bottom. Third place up top, fourth place down low. Craig Kinzer works the bottom of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Pulls even with David Gravel at the end of the back straightaway. Side by side for third. Gravel on the top, Craig Kinzer on the bottom. Kinzer's got third and gains some ground on second place Brent Marks as Logan Schuchart opens up a 1.7 second lead. Craig Kinzer pulls even with Brent Marks. Dives low in 3 and 4. Marks rides the cushion. Craig Kinzer digs deep out of turn number 4. Can't get by Marks there. 6 out of 30 in the books at the Eldora Speedway in the Before the Crown Showdown. Craig Kinzer and Brent Marks side by side once again racing for second. Traffic about to become a factor here as lap 7 goes in the books. Craig Kinzer and Brent Marks still side by side into turn 1. Marks a good run around the top in 1 and 2 and puts some distance between himself and the 11K. Kinzer on the inside, Brent Marks right up on the cushion. What a battle those two have had for the first 11 laps. Gio Scelzi into the top 5 now by Hunter Schurenberg. Schurenberg trying to take it back on the top, but Scelzi's got the spot down the back straightaway. Second and third, gaining on the leader in traffic. Craig Kinzer second as they cross the line. Craig Kinzer on the bottom, caution on the Speedway. Parker Price Miller back underway. Logan Schuchart maintains the race lead. Good restart by Dave Blaney. The Buckeye bullet down. Part of it, oh, gets tapped from behind and nearly lost the car. Great job to save it as Giovanni Scelzi got into the back of the number 70 at the end of the back straightaway. And Greg Wilson fighting for a top 5 from 23rd. Oh, trouble car upside down in turn number 2. Red flag conditions on the Speedway. Into turn 1. Brent Marks dives low as the 1S goes to the top of the racetrack. Brent Marks looking for a run on the leader. David Gravel and Craig Kinzer side by side for third. Up to 6 now, the 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield. Logan Schuchart rips the cushion to maintain the race lead. Brent Marks right there behind him in second. Now Schuchart down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Schuchart ran the top in 1 and 2 and the bottom in 3 and 4. Greg Wilson looking to resume his charge back to the inside of the Speedway in turns 1 and 2. Sheldon Hodenshield just in front of him running 6th. Dave Blaney looking for a big move in 3 and 4, trying to split the cars of Craig Kinzer and David Gravel. Can't make it happen. Kinzer and Gravel side by side, and Blaney once again looks to the middle of those two in turns 1 and 2. Dave Blaney by David Gravel on the inside, now around the outside of Craig Kinzer. He gets up to the cushion and Kinzer turns it underneath him. Dave Blaney now third in the number 70. Kinzer right back to the inside of the Premier Motorsports entry, and Craig Kinzer reclaims third, at least for the moment. Dave Blaney good right in the middle in turns 3 and 4. 18 laps down and 12 to go. Good racing between Craig Kinzer and Dave Blaney for the third spot. Logan Schuchart with a 1.5 second lead over Brent Marks. Craig Kinzer third, Dave Blaney fourth, David Gravel fifth. Greg Wilson back to 6th, Hunter Schurenberg running in the 7th spot. Kinzer and Blaney again race side by side for third down the back straightaway. Greg Wilson closing in on the 5th place car of David Gravel right in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Blaney up top, Kinzer down low. They are side by side as they cross the line. And Brent Marks gaining ground on leader Logan Schuchart. Traffic, couple of laps away. And Wilson into the inside of David Gravel looking for 5th. Top 2 run the high side. 2nd, 3rd, make that 3rd, 4th, and 5th down low in turns 1 and 2. Brent Marks has a run on the leader into turn 1, dives down low, slide job, new leader Brent Marks. Schuchart turns it underneath him, and Schuchart reclaims the lead once again. Logan Schuchart and Brent Marks racing for the lead, and Brent Marks takes command on lap 23. Brent Marks, your new race leader. Logan Schuchart 2nd, Dave Blaney in 3rd. Greg Wilson now to 4th in the W20 from 23rd. 6 laps to go. Dave Blaney to the inside, looking for 2nd from Logan Schuchart, and Greg Wilson closing in on that duo. Blaney to the inside for 2nd. He's got it out of turn 4. Dave Blaney now closing on the leader, and Greg Wilson getting closer to Schuchart and Blaney. Greg Wilson to the inside. He'll take 3rd and come after Dave Blaney for 2nd. And Blaney to the inside looking for the lead out of turn 4. Greg Wilson from 23rd to 3rd and may not be done yet. Dave Blaney to the inside in traffic out of turn 4. 3 laps to go. Mark slides up in front of Jack Haudenschild, and Dave Blaney with a peek to the inside. 2 to go as they come to the line, and Dave Blaney had the lead for a moment. Brent Marks takes it back. Dave Blaney to the inside, can't make it happen. Now Logan Schuchart back around the outside of Greg Wilson, and Schuchart back to 3rd. White flag set to wave at the Eldora Speedway. 1 lap to go for Brent Marks and Greg Wilson, and Logan Schuchart both close in on Dave Blaney, racing for 2nd. Marks rides the cushion through 1 and 2, 3 wide for 2nd on the final lap. Schuchart back to 2nd now. Final turn, checkered flag waves, and Brent Marks gets win number 3 on the season, his 1st at Eldora. Logan Schuchart 2nd, Greg Wilson 23rd to 3rd, and Dave Blaney 13th to 4th, with David Gravel rounding out the top 5.
This is awesome. I mean, I just can't believe I won a race at Eldora. This is just amazing. And, you know, we're all really thinking about Greg and his family. And, you know, he's somebody I've respected tremendously throughout my whole career. And I was always a fan of him growing up. And just talking to him, he's such a great guy. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, there's no other way to put it besides it just sucks what happened. But, you know, this race is for him. For his whole family, for everybody back in Pennsylvania, that's mourning his loss, and you know, this is special. I can't believe that I'm actually standing here in Victory Lane at Eldora. This is pretty amazing, and my first Outlaw win that my mom and dad got to see. Our other ones came this year; they weren't there.
It's tough. You know, you go around with lap cars, and they're hard to judge. You know, you don't know whether they're just slow because they're bad or they're running the wrong part of the racetrack, and. You know, it's hard knowing when you're leading the race, where to go, and I just felt, slowing down on the top a little bit, and I didn't feel as comfortable, so, but, it's still a great run to run 2nd, and, with all these good guys up here, Brent drove a great race, and I thought we might have had a little bit there at the end, just running a little bit harder up on the top, but, this is all for the 27 team, the Hefner Racing team, everybody back home. We got a couple PA boys up front, and, it's all for them.
Yeah, we've sucked lately, and I got pissed. And we're good when it gets slicked off, and this is how the race track should be. With all the things going on in our sport right now, we need to look at the easy things. And the racetrack was awesome tonight. There was passing, and, my heart goes out. My heart goes out to the Hodnett family. I woke up this morning and I look at my wife and girls, and I wonder if I should keep doing this stuff. And, you know, I love it. And I wouldn't trade my life and my family and get an opportunity to race here at Eldora in front of all you fans for nothing.
Race fans, let's send them off in style. Green flags out. Our stock car feature is underway. It's a good start for Gary Ray Jr., your current point leader, trying to win back-to-back championships on the outside. And car number 95 uses that momentum to take the lead, but now he gets up on the wall. Our point leader is in the wall, falls back to 5th right now. Jeff Matheny, meanwhile, able to take the lead. The J1 of Matheny out front and will lead lap 1. 2 and 3 wide all the way throughout the pack. Daniel Sanchez looks to the inside for the leading car number 463. Our point leader, Gary Ray Jr., falling back to 7th right now. Here comes Rob Trent, car number 95. On the outside, we got a spin, and Donnie Jeske brings out the caution. Everyone takes evasive action, except for Andy Welch, getting set to come back to the green. Green flag is out. Daniel Sanchez gets a good start. The J1 right there. The 91 of Trent right there as well. Side by side for second. Rob Trent has the preferred line, grabs that second spot, slides Matheny back into 3rd. Dean Pitts, Paul Pardo do battle. That's the battle for the 4th spot, as Pardo tries to grab it on the outside and does so. Paul Pardo moves up to 4th, now looks to battle for 3rd. Gary Ray Jr. has improved 1 spot on the restart. We'll keep our eye on that. Ernie Woodard up to 6th. Gary Ray Jr. runs 15th. Up front, Daniel Sanchez, your race leader, battle on for 2nd. Here comes no stranger to danger, Paul Pardo. Both drivers try to close in on the New York driver, that being Daniel Sanchez. Rob Trent on the high side for 2nd, Paul Pardo on the bottom. Now they look to maybe split Sanchez through 3 and 4. That's going to get tight. Paul Pardo pinched down to the bottom. 3-way battle. Pardo leads at the line. Paul Pardo is your new race leader. Gary Ray Jr., meanwhile, has picked off a couple of more spots, trying to hold on to the 12-point advantage he brought into this final race. Daniel Sanchez up front, not going away without a fight, battling back on the inside of Pardo, but Paul able to hang on to the spot for now. 5 laps down, 10 laps to go. Ernie Woodard continues to fall back. Gary Ray Jr. continues to drive forward. Meanwhile, they're just 2 positions apart on the racetrack. Gary Ray Jr. goes low, looks to the inside of Craig Swartz. That's the battle for the 11th spot. The next driver Gary Ray Jr. would pass would be the 0-1 of Ernie Woodard. Gary Ray Jr. looking good for now as Paul Pardo crosses the stripe to make it 5 laps to go. Back in the pack, you see it on the big screen. That's the battle between our 2-point leaders. Ernie Woodard 2nd in the points in the 0-1. Gary Ray Jr., your current point leader in the 95, and Gary Ray Jr. will take the spot. Gary Ray Jr. gets by the 0-1. Swartz follows him through. Close racing there. Gary Ray Jr. has to be careful. Sitting pretty right now. Doesn't want to push the issue and take himself out of this thing. Down the back straightaway he goes. Some lap cars in front, but they should not be an issue. Into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Taking home the checkered flag. No stranger to danger, Paul Pardo.